we have a new supplement that's coming out, and like that, I think I've gotten better sleep with that, and I'm on
that stuff is pretty good.
What's in it?
A lot of things.
It's like a
multivitamin. And
so
then
I know supplements. So when I was in college, I worked
Yeah.
at High Health. If you remember High Health.
Yeah.
So that's what I did in college. So ever since I've been into supplements, and then my son worked at One Stop.
Yeah.
And so I take way too many supplements.
Yeah.
Maybe we can show you this afterwards. Because it's pretty much to replace most supplements. Because we're both taking like 8 to 10 pills, few different powders.
I'm like
day.
that too.
Yeah. This one like narrows it down to like 3 things you have to take. It is a big tub. It's a big dosage.
Powder or pill?
Yeah, powder. You mix it with
pill.
2 liters of water. Some people say 1 liter of water. I say 2 liters of water is more of the sweet spot. So it's got your multivitamins, all your essential vitamins, but then also added a lot of longevity and brain boosting stuff like lion's mane,
amino acids.
Especially, I was like, I need something with a lot of amino acids, and it's got more amino acids than you're going to get from any of these essential aminos.
I take EAAs.
Yeah, and we have creatine in there. The creatine's a lower dose.
Creatine, HCl, or monohydrate?
It's the HCl.
I like.
Right? Or are we changing over to the HCl?
Monohydrate made me like literally carry.
I think we have the HCl.
I like the HCl.
Made what?
So the
Gain a lot of
monohydrate, I carried like 10 pounds of water weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it took me, and then anyway, so I got off of it, and then the HCl had no problems.
Yeah, we gotta just up the dose of the creatine. The first batch we made with a lower dose, and then I looked at it. I'm like, oh, we need to up it to at least 5 grams.
It's a big scoop. Yeah. My whole point is like just if it's 1 scoop, I don't have to open 8 bottles in the morning. I'm more likely going to take that
or swallow like some of the longevity multivitamins. It was like 12 pills in the morning, and I'm like, I'd rather
plasma
just get your hydration too. So it's got spirulina, put NMN in there, fisetin, quercetin, CoQ10. It's like a whole bunch of stuff put together. And I just take 1 or 2 other peptides along with it.
What peptides do you like?
He likes all of them.
All of them, yeah. So right now I take SLU PP322, which is like a mitochondrial one. It helps you get more cut up. I love CJC Ipamorelin. Gets me great sleep, lean muscle mass.
How often do you take that?
That's daily, 5 days on, 2 days off. And I've been on it for... No, I take a few weeks off every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I take OSO1, which is a newer one. That's another mitochondrial peptide. Okay. It's for also improves hair, skin, cognitive ability. There's a few new ones I'm trying to see if I can get my hands on, which is follistatin, which is to increase your lean muscle mass. And then Clotho, which is supposed to be like another brain boosting thing that I'm always huge into. Like BPC and stuff, I cycle BPC, thymosin beta-4. And then to keep a nice glowing tan, I always take melanotan.
Does that work really good?
I
just get sprayed.
It does, dude.
Gets me dark, but
looking like a Tin Man.
But all my dark spots get darker.
Are you a Wizard of Oz character? Or are you like my brother?
For certain people, I wonder what it's going to do with someone with like white complexion like you, because some people say it turns them orange, and it's huge in the bodybuilding industry because they use it for the tanning abilities. But it's also widely used for libido peptide. So
the tanning helps with libido.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and overall, like it's melanotan, and then like they break it down to the different fragments too, like PT141, that they use it for hair growth and libido. I think it's a good product, but it's the main peptide that I'm like, these sub-Q injections of these small amounts must not be doing anything, but like as soon as I inject, like 10 seconds later, I get nauseous, and I'm like, that stuff like starts working right away. So it's just a different feeling than anything else. So I'm like, all right, all this stuff works. And then I always I love the GLP-1s. Low dose GLP-1 just to keep in shape, keep my glucose in check. So, and try.
What's your regimen? I don't do all that.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a regimen. So in the morning, I drink bucked. So I wake up about 4 a.m. I drink bucked up.
Yeah.
So it's like a pre-workout with about 200 milligrams of caffeine.
That thing's pretty strong because I've taken it before. But I don't know what the new formula is. I took it years ago, and that stuff is pretty potent.
So the reason I've tried almost every pre-workout over the years, the reason I like that one, it's the only one that doesn't make me jittery.
Yeah.
It doesn't give me the niacin rush.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make me crash later.
Yeah.
And it tastes like punch. So I like that. It comes in lots of flavors. So I do that. But in the morning, that's pretty much all that I do. And then I take a probiotic that I keep in my fridge. And then most of my stuff I take at night because I find that, so I do take a multivitamin during the day. But at night, I have a powder that I drink called Max. Have you heard of that?
No.
I swear, it makes me wake up with energy. Okay. So the nights that I forget it, don't have it because I travel, forget to pack it or something like that, I just feel more groggy in the morning, which usually I don't feel groggy in the morning. But then I take L-theanine.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I take magnesium.
Yeah.
I'll take ZMA, ashwagandha.
Yeah.
I try to avoid melatonin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so
small doses.
Our supplement has all that stuff. Yeah. And I think that's why at 8, 9 o'clock, when you're ready for bed, you pretty much hit it hard. And I've been getting such deep sleep with it, especially that first few hours. So you're at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm I can't wake up because my kids are still asleep. But now I've been getting up at 4:35 to work out because I wasn't getting the time to work out because got to be in the OR by 7:30 and sometimes 7 o'clock. So got to get up earlier and earlier. So, but getting that first few hours of deep sleep is huge.
Is your Aura ring showing that it helps you get more deep sleep?
Yeah. I'm getting, as long as I hit an hour, if I get more than an hour 20, I can't stay asleep. Once I approach an hour, even if it's 2 in the morning, if I wake up to go to the bathroom, I'll be up for an hour or 2. But that's when I use brain tap and breathing exercises to go back to sleep.
So you'll do, what time do you do brain tap then when you do it?
So it's usually to fall asleep. Okay. With the kids, before it was I do it 1 to 3 times a day when I first got it. With the kids, it's usually to get me to sleep, to calm my brain. And sometimes when I first wake up or if I wake up in between in the middle of the night.
It'll put you back to sleep. I own Brain Tap and I wasn't using it, so I canceled my subscription. But it's one of those gadgets that I have that I think I should start doing that again.
He got me one.
Have you been doing it?
No, I'm giving it back to him
because they sent me 2. They sent me 2 when
those are really expensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he gave me one and I'm giving it back to him.
They have $200.
You don't want to use it?
Yeah. It's not. I don't want to. I just haven't.
Well, I got it for my daughter. That was the main intent because she's an athlete.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of professional athletes using Brain Tap. So I'm trying to always give her the extra edge. So that's why I bought it.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 18 now.
What sport?
Volleyball.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yep. My daughter's just starting in club volleyball. She's 13.
Which club?
Ignite.
Okay, we're Aspire.
Spider?
Aspire.
Aspire.
So Ignite, Aspire, they take these keywords, right?
Yeah. It's big business around here.
Yes, it is.
It's just you guys have 8 under 14 teams. That's pretty cool.
All
$5,000
the clubs
pop.
are like that. It's a popular sport.
I like it because it kind of makes me think what are the chances she's going to make a high school team? Because it's going to be filled with 50 kids that have been doing club volleyball for 5 years.
Depends on the high school. I don't know where you're at, but so my daughter, there was 50 freshmen that tried out, right? When she was a freshman.
Yeah.
She actually made varsity her freshman year.
That's a lot of tryouts for volleyball.
It's a popular sport.
I mean, we come from Rhode Island, so we're going to be smaller numbers. We walked on to most sports and high school, but that was, for me, it was volleyball, wrestling, tennis. So I wasn't like competing with anybody for those spots. Thank God, because I wouldn't have anything to do after school. But yeah, I'm just like, how many of these kids go to your school? Like, I'm trying to calculate it out, and then.
So what do you do for your daughter's like supplement nutrition? She's 13. Do you do anything?
Just simple carbs, pasta, shitty white bread. Like, doesn't matter what I say, she doesn't listen. So it's like the unhealthiest things with like the highest like glycemic hits. I'm just like, can you please just eat something green? Like, mac and cheese, no. That's not two food groups. That's both junk.
That could be the next supplement you guys work on. It's what you give your teenagers.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I see is like, these gummies, really these gummies that come out, they should have a multivitamin gummy packet instead of single gummy, because my little one, like for his immunity boost, I give him the gummy and he wants more of them. And I'm like, all right, I have 2 different immunity ones. At least they have some different stuff in them. So I give them those, but I'm like, they just need to make them into packets instead of just single gummies, because they're always looking for more.
We were meant for this. There was one time, because my mom used to shop at BJ's Wholesale Club, which is like Sam's Club back in the day. They're still around.
They had one here, I think.
But she got this like monster bottle of Flintstone vitamins. And one time she came back from night class late, and the 3 of us ate like 500 vitamin tablets because we like the flavor. So we're going to take that to the next step.
But the flavors are even better now. It's like,
you had chalk and like chalk with a hint of fruit punch. Yeah.
So what were you hoping, like what parts of the brain tap did you like for your daughter?
Well, so first off, it took us a little bit to get it going, and then when she did it, she didn't actually love it. I was hoping she would, so that's why I want to start using it though, because I've heard about the benefits. But the light goes off in your eyes, and you listen to the meditation. I was trying to get her to tone into like really like the deeper breathing, and I think that would help any athlete, right? Yeah. To calm down at times.
Yeah. And that's what it teaches you, like, and some parts of it teach you like the confidence building, but also the breathing techniques. One of them was almost like being in a rave with the breathing stuff. And it was actually like felt crazy because you went through all the emotions and you're like not on any drugs or anything. And it's like just this headphones you got on. So it's just, I don't know, like, I don't like the guy talking, so I usually listen to the female voices. At the beginning, I used to listen to the guy talking, but then his voice, and it sounds like he says the same thing. It's like, because they just cut pieces from different ones, and like sometimes some of the stuff he'll put different things into. But
trying to take you out to the wilderness.
Yeah. So.
Have you ever gone on YouTube and typed in Yoga Nidra and followed along with a Yoga Nidra video?
I haven't, but like there's Yoga Nidra on thing too, on the brain tap, and I've used that. Yeah.
Because I've done that when I'm traveling, or like when my son has had high anxiety, just go on YouTube, type in Yoga Nidra. There's 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, and it literally helps you chill out and relax.
Yeah. So I take
son too.
What's that?
It helps your son chill out too. How old is he?
He'll be 24 soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I take the brain tap with me whenever I travel to help me sleep.
I'm going to start doing that now.
Because with the bed we have at home, it's tough to get comfortable in any bed. And then on top of that, we added the 8 sleep. So the cooling, if you don't have a cooling mat, like I cannot sleep. Like
it takes at least 1 to 2 nights.
You gotta totally like turn down the temperature in the room to.
How cold will you turn your room?
So
it takes me it takes me 1 to 2 nights. I seriously, like, I have a little bit of anxiety with vacation if I'm away from home, because I know now, like 3 times in, that that first night I might get 2 hours of sleep. The second night I might get 4 hours.
Wow.
And then I'm okay. And the Wi-Fi got all screwed up. I had to have Cox Communications come in and reset it. Those 2 nights, like neither my wife nor I, because I was like, don't get this thing. It looks like a PC next to your bed. And now it's just like, oh, we got to get the Wi-Fi back on because this is brutal. I can't sleep at all.
Yeah, like if I was to keep the room air conditioned, it would be between 66 and 68. Like the mattress I set to 56 and it goes up to like 62.
Is that the oiler? What's it called?
The 8 Sleep.
Oh, okay. I have a different one.
So it's got AI that tries to keep you asleep, but sometimes you wake up and you're just like freezing your ass off in the bed. Sometimes I like at the beginning I tried setting it to like 55, so you're pretty much in the cold plunge like the entire thing. And
he's like also the guy who took the GLP at max dose the first day. He showed up to the OR. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I feel sick. He's like, I'm gonna come back. Just like puked his ass off
because I've taken all the supplements for dieting and. Like I'm kind of immune to it, and I was like, this won't affect me, but yeah, I was like, nauseous, throwing up that whole first week, and then I was like, oh, you got to titrate this stuff for real.
Okay, but
so it was a good lesson.
So you sound like you're like the master of sleep, like you're the sleep master. So what are the biggest routine habits that you have in place that you say you do every single night?
So I wish I could say I block out red light or I bought the glasses, but I can't wear them. I can't see anything. I don't know how these guys walk around wearing those blue light blocking glasses because I can't read anything. And got to catch up on op notes and stuff from the office. So it's tough to like wear that, but I usually go to bed. I don't take any supplements or anything. Like every once in a while I'll try something. I'll be like, let me see if this really gets me. Like last night, I was at Sprouts, so I grabbed some kava. Kava's supposed to be like super relaxing. I was talking to someone.
You're not supposed to take it before bed, though. It's a stimulant.
Did you get it in liquid form?
In liquid
tincture?
form.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was in a can. It was already pre-made. It was like a Moscow Mule kava. It was at Sprouts.
Oh, it's one of those drinks.
Yeah.
Like a soda.
Yeah.
But it was a kava soda.
It's got a kava. Yeah, it's got kava in it.
Sometimes I've gotten those when I travel, but but the pure kava in a tincture form, that's a little bit stronger and it's supposed to help you relax.
Yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was a stimulant.
But I stay away from supplements. I try not to drink water pretty much like 6 p.m. on. Like I don't I've pretty much stopped drinking alcohol, period, about like 4 years ago. And that wasn't even for sleep purposes, but I think that definitely helps out. And then before bed, I usually lay on my red light mat. And that I usually pass out for like an hour, but then you feel the heat and you're like, all right. And then I'll jump back onto my bed and pass out there. Other
than that, you try to stop eating?
Can you talk about your red light mat a little bit?
Yeah.
What company is that?
So I have the Therasage, but it's the same company. Like all of them come from Alibaba, but they work so freaking well. They
it's
say
a full
they're
mat with red light in it that you
so they say these mats are U.S. made, but they're all coming from the same companies with a different name on it. Therasage has it. Bone Charge has it, and then Higher Dose, which is probably the most popular.
I have Higher Dose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and it's like 6-in-1 mat. It's got gemstones. It's got red light, near and far infrared, and then it's got your PEMF. So I just crank it up to the highest level. Usually can get myself sweating, and sometimes I'll wear the brain tap while lay on that. Yeah, lay on that mat. And I love it. I think it works great. Especially, I had back issues for like 8 months. I tried peptides. I tried everything, and like it wasn't going away. I had the red light mat for 2 weeks, and it completely went away. Like I changed shoes, everything, and the red light mat like just works incredible. And I'm kind of surprised because it heats up so much and I'm able to get deep sleep. I'm like, I definitely didn't get deep sleep. But when I look at my Aura Ring, it's like got plenty of deep sleep. That's pretty much all the sleep I get in that 1 hour on the red light mat. So I do that, and then I'll get in bed, and if I'm awake, I'll put the brain tap back on to try to fall asleep. It's either brain tap, and then I got this other neurovisor thing does like lights, and it's kind of like psychedelic almost to go to sleep. It's got different things, almost like brain tap, but it's just got the lights and some sounds and stuff to help you fall asleep. And that's pretty much it. Not much else different. I think with the
I'm like visualizing it. So you're in the mat.
Yeah.
With
There's
the
lights
brain
coming
tap
up.
on,
Yeah,
with the
got
brain
lights
tap on,
shining on
and
his
then
face.
you get out of that, and
Yeah.
then you put the visor. I don't know anything about the visor yet. Now I want to look that up.
Yeah. So it's called the neurovisor. You can actually like do psychedelic trips on this thing.
Wow.
But
Have you tried
it's
that?
like a brain gym. Yeah, I originally went to like a longevity fest, and I tried it on, and that's what they put it on originally, because you can see like things like circles. And stuff with the
Psychedelic
lights.
trips are probably not that good because I haven't tried it.
Yeah. I have three of them because
three of these neurovisors.
Yeah, I bought one, and I emailed them that I've been waiting for this thing. It hasn't come. The next day, it arrives, and I'm like, oh shit, they really responded to this. And then they sent me another one, and then they sent me another one after that. I'm like, who's quality control here? I'm like, you guys.
It sounds like they're reinforcing the psychedelic
You
trip.
need to
Because
share
you eat
with
mushrooms,
your,
you stop. You're not tripping as fast as your friend is. So you're like, I'll eat some more. I'll eat some more, and then by the end of the hour and a half, then you're like, oh my god, what have I done?
Some of our employees could use it to relax, like, and some of the time
Has
off.
anybody used it?
No. I even downloaded the app on the thing. Like once we move into our office, put a massage chair and someone can just lay there and do it. And it's like 11 minute sessions. It's not too long. So yeah. And that thing will, like, if you need to take a quick nap, that thing can it's got a nap setting. It will put you to sleep like in no time. Before that, I tried another thing, but that one was like super expensive. It was same thing. I think, though, it definitely had more effect because the lights are more powerful and had more lights. But I was like, this is a cheaper version. I'm not going to pay $6,000 for something that if you're using it in your like health and wellness, you have an anti-aging clinic, it would be something worthwhile. But
you might not go crazy when your eyes close and all those lights are like.
You think your eyes are open?
Lights?
No, you just like, dude, you pass out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had a hard time with that.
At first, you might think it, and then like
I've had
you're
such
out.
a hard time with that because it kind of like.
It's just what settings you put it on, because you could put it on the energy setting, and yeah, you're gonna feel like you want to go and run a marathon.
Oh, I didn't have
yeah
on that.
Yeah, it's like brain gym. It's got sleep mode. It's got nap mode. It's got a few other different ones too.
Need a Sedona vortex mode.
Yeah,
that would be.
What do you think about grounding sheets?
So these mats, like you have the higher dose. It's supposed to be a grounder. It's supposed to be grounding.
What are grounding sheets? Are they the weighted ones or?
No, that's different. But like you mentioned, you have anxiety sometimes when you start traveling. You only get 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So when you're at a hotel, you can ask for an extra blanket and put it on top, and that's kind of the weighted blanket that they say is good for anxiety. Okay. It's a little hack you could try.
So is
grounding sheets like becoming one with the earth?
Yes.
I know that like grounding, like walking outside barefoot and stuff.
Well, they have companies that make
charge.
It plugs in to a wall. Okay. I haven't bought one.
It gives you the charge. Right. Like if you have the higher dose mat, so the thing is with the Therasage and higher dose has it too. So the settings on the PEMF, if you set it to like the lowest PEMF settings, then it becomes a grounding mat because it'll do the electric charges. Like I always set it to like P8, which is more for pain and stuff like that. So,
I have a hard time believing in that stuff.
dude, until it works after 2 weeks, I don't know.
I actually agree with grounding. Like,
oh, the grounding part.
But I don't know how effective the mat is like bringing that grounding force. So I actually think grounding is probably good for you and can bring
just like certified health night. Just he gets naked, walks outside, gets sunlight and grounds at the same time on grass. So I think like if you're doing that, you don't need a ground.
Yeah, that's why like when Ari goes outside, we're always like, "Oh, I'll put your shoes on and stuff." She loves running out in the yard, like barefoot. I'm like, "What are you doing?" But now I'm just like, "Go ahead."
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
I wish I was doing the same thing.
Yeah, the wives yell at you like, "Got to go and wash your feet 10 times."
Yeah.
Do you do anything for like cold plunging or cold showers or?
So
what's your take?
I don't know. Like I really, like I like cold plunges, but I really haven't like gotten into them. As I don't know, maybe I don't like the cold, but like I'll do it. Like if I have a lot of aches and pains, like especially during the wintertime, I'll just jump in my pool. And I think I have too many gadgets right now that are taking up the bedroom that my wife would kill me if the cold plunge showed up too.
He's got a fitness center in his bedroom and master bath.
I would probably get a cold plunge. Well, we'll have a cold plunge put in the next house we're building.
Do you cold
seriously
plunge?
like I don't. The thing that makes me like one of the things is with like working out and stuff and cold plunging and like when to do it, when's the right time to do it.
How often do you do it? What's your routine?
Well, I took a break for a while. So I don't know about you, but like I try a lot of things out and sometimes I like to take breaks and reintroduce it just to see if I notice a difference. And I do think between the higher dose mat and the cold plunging, them both, I had a lot of pain reduction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I also got the cold plunge because of my daughter. I was paying for cryotherapy.
Yeah.
And I did the math.
Which doesn't work as good.
Well, right. It doesn't work as good. So when I did the math, I was like, well, I'm better off financially to just buy a cold plunge and then we both get to use it.
Yeah.
So she uses it more than me, but I think the debate always is what temperature to put it at.
What do you like and what does she like?
So usually we have it at 50, but then I've listened to a lot of things recently that say women should actually have it at like 59, which that's a lot more bearable. So I'm resetting it right now. I just drained the water and had to clean it out. I'm going to try 59.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like a lot of people get into these competition of how long you can stay in or
and timeline. Like where do you relate it in time of day or compared to like when you're working out or going to sleep? When do you try to get in there?
So I go right when I wake up because I want to do it before I go to the gym. Because they're saying after working out, you don't want to do that.
So it's like 8 hours after.
Right. So that's why I do it right when I wake up. So my daughter, she actually probably does it later, but she spaces it after training for a while.
That's my thing with my time crunch because I'm like working out. I got to work out within that first 1 to 2 hours I'm awake. So it's like cold plunge isn't going to work. But I do think like, you're like more focused, like more energized during the day. Like when you do it first thing in the
any
morning.
form of caffeine or even pre-workout, you get in that thing, you get out, you're like, let's take this day on.
Yeah. No,
when do you
I like
work out.
So usually I work out between 4:30 and 6 a.m.
And you cold plunge before you work out.
Before I work out. So like as soon as I wake up. So I wake up around 4 o'clock usually.
Okay.
Cold plunge, go drink pre-workout, get dressed, get to the gym.
Okay. What time
so you only have to cold plunge like 5 to 10 minutes and that's it. So it's not like a long.
5 to 10 minutes is still long,
even
right?
3 to 5 minutes is,
what time do you go to bed?
8 o'clock, 8:30.
Okay.
So 9 o'clock's late for me. If I'm up at 9, my kids are like, are you okay, Mom?
So like an 8 to 4, ideally 8 to 4 sleep schedule. That's a pretty good regimen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what, like, that's why I'm like, I'm like, I'd rather just wake up early, like my kids fall asleep at around 7 to 8 o'clock and we usually pass out as we're trying to put them to sleep. And sometimes before they even fall asleep. So that's when I'm on my like red light.
Worse.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
Mine are 2 and 4.
Oh, they're young.
Yeah.
Mine's 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yours can babysit his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's starting to find her way in.
Yeah.
Make some money.
So what do you do for workouts and stuff when you go away or on vacations and stuff?
Well, so I travel every week for work, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm in hotels every single week. And the biggest thing that I do now is I try to book hotels next to the gym I go to. So any state I'm in, if they have a Lifetime Fitness, I book hotels next door. Yeah. Or the nicest hotel I can find next door. Yeah. Otherwise, I really do pick a hotel. I don't care what the chain is based upon who has the nicest gym, and then it's 24 hours. And then I just mix it up. Okay. And then when I'm gone at night, I do a lot of yoga classes. You can do little pop-ins for like $15. Yeah. So I do that at night. Okay. So stay pretty active.
Do you travel mostly in states?
So
in the U.S.?
So in the U.S. Yep. Yeah. I cover 5 states for work. So every week I'm somewhere.
And supplement-wise, what do you take with you when you're traveling so much?
So I pack quite a few supplements, actually. I got these little plastic bags you can get on Amazon, and so I scoop like my PM, and you can do PM and AM. So I take my Somata Max to sleep at night, the Bucked Up to wake up in the morning and drink caffeine, and then I pack my multivitamin in its own little packet. So I do everything in little packets. I find it the easiest way. I used to have like the full-on 7-day. And then things get muddled up. Mm-hmm. Like they get mixed up and it would get confusing, and a lot of pills look the same now. Yeah.
Does the Bucked Up have caffeine in it?
It does.
And you take
200 milligrams.
And 200 milligrams. You take that as soon as you wake up, or?
As soon as I wake up.
Okay. For me, I'm like, even when I drink coffee, I wait 2-3 hours, because that's like, just your own cortisol release. I just think, even when I drink caffeine, I don't even drink it to wake up. I'm drinking coffee more for flavor-wise than anything else. I don't think it does anything to me anymore.
I drink because 2
I've
shots
gone on and off.
I get up, and then I have like 2 to 4 shots of espresso within the first 4 hours after that.
So tell me about the cortisol and why you wait.
So when you wake up, you're going to have a cortisol spike at the beginning. And if you're drinking the caffeine, that's going to kind of, what is it? I'm forgetting the words. That it's going to kind of cut off your cortisol going up. Yeah, inhibit it. So just the feedback loop. So you want your own cortisol, and then it's going to continue to go down and down over time. So that's why wait, release my own cortisol, have that energy, and then just boost it up after 2-3 hours.
Do you get any sunlight when you get up?
Absolutely, as soon as I can. The hard thing is it's later right now.
Oh, if you're getting up at 4.
Right. I would say, but on the weekends, I like to hike and get on top of one of the mountains here and watch the sunrise from the top. And that way you're getting the sunlight as you're going down. So that's like my Saturday, Sunday routine. Monday through Friday right now. What's that?
That sounds great.
It is amazing. Do you guys hike much around here?
No.
Oh.
I used to. I haven't. Yeah.
They're right down the street, and we're.
Well, do you know where Piestewa Peak is?
Yeah.
Okay, so every morning at sunrise, there's a guy at the top who plays a drum, plays a flute. Oh. It is amazing. Nice. Yeah. But you have to be at the top at sunrise.
Yeah, I used to climb that quite often because I have a house over there. My in-laws live there, so we used to go and through the back of our neighborhood get to there and hike.
Great views too.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, for traveling, I always just take I have an X3 bar, the resistance bands, and I just take that with me. My first time I took it, I tried to take it on my carry-on, and I'm like, why the hell are these people making me put it back? But it's freaking heavy steel bar, and you're not going to carry that on the plane. So, yeah, I take that with the resistance band. You don't even need to.
And you're Iranian too, so I don't blame them.
But it was in Mexico. They let me take it. The U.S. let me take it into Mexico, but coming back from Mexico, they're like, you can't take this with you. So I had to go and drop it off at the check-in.
I do pack resistance bands with me all the time, but I always put one in my backpack too. So I actually check a bag a lot. Yeah. Because they've really.
I always check bags. I kind of.
Well, I never check bags. My wife's totally against it. like they're going to lose something.
Over the last month, the TSA has gotten really strict about how many liquids you can bring. And so as a female, between makeup...
Are they still back to 3 milliliters?
So basically you have to fit everything in a quart-sized bag.
Okay.
So that's really actually hard to do. So I just check a bag. But I do pack a resistance band in my backpack that stays with me because I've had flight delays recently, and that has come in extremely handy.
Yeah. Yeah, because most of my workouts are just resistance bands, and that's all I do, 20 minutes in the morning. And yeah, I've taken it to London. I've taken it everywhere. And like once the kids go to sleep, I use it.
Altogether, it's got to weigh like 30 pounds. If that.
No, resistance bands are super light.
Because he has the platform.
But I don't take the platform because you can just step on it.
Yeah.
Or you could even find something to step on it. Yeah. I just step on it and use it without the platform.
Okay, so you just bring the bands in the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no need. It's just extra weight.
So then it's just like 10 pounds.
Yeah.
That. Okay.
Yeah.
What supplements do you guys pack?
I don't pack supplements.
Right now,
I binge when I travel. I don't travel that much, but like I don't.
I Ziploc because I go through cycles of different supplements, and it's whatever I'm taking at that time. I usually like pack for 7 days. Sometimes it's day and night. Sometimes it's just days. And then if I have supplement I take random days, I'll take the whole bottle or something like that. But yeah, my bags always get that FBI or whatever security checked your bag because I think I have too many supplements in there most of the time. Do you even work out?
This last week was not that good.
Yeah.
This is the most I've worked out in the last I would say since Ari was born. So in the last 15 years, this is the most I've worked out, but it's not saying much. I didn't have to do much. But it's at least getting each body part in a week. And
do you go to a gym?
Yeah, I go to Mountainside. I only go to gym mostly because of the sauna. Because if I spend 15 to 20 minutes in the sauna, my resting heart rate drops by at least 10 beats for 48 hours. And I could do that by getting on the Peloton for 10 to 20 minutes a day too. But I'm this way that
the red light mat will get you, if that's doing it with your heart rate, then the red light mat can do the same because it gets pretty hot.
So I have a resistance band system. I have a Harambe system at home. It's usually I've been splitting it mostly 1 week I'll do chest and back same day, the auxiliary stuff delts, bis, tris another day, and legs. And then the next cycle will be lower body and upper body. And that's what I'll do. I'll try to get 5 in a week. If not, get at least 3 in a week. And the upper body stuff's usually 20 to 30 minutes. And it's just cycles, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. And for the legs, it's about 15 minutes long. And I feel like I did a good amount of work in a short amount of time. And then on the weekends or days I might have extra time, I go to the gym mostly because of the sauna. And again, that's just being lazy to not ride the bike because I see better effects in the sauna. And I really need to bring my resting heart rate down as low as
I don't know. The Peloton got kind of boring and annoying, and some people love it, but
it'll hurt your crotch too. It doesn't matter.
But I got the Carol bike, and you're just on there for 8 to 10 minutes, and it's an AI driven bike and you got to do 3 8-minute workouts a week. And it's supposed to increase your HRV, decrease your heart rate.
Just wondering what the intervals are on the Carol bike. Because when I'm on the Peloton, I do about 12 to 15 minutes, just a warm up, cool down, take that out. It's 10 minutes of work. And you just go 40 seconds, gradually build up the resistance, but pretty much start at close to zero resistance and go 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off for 10 minutes. Because when I was wrestling, like losing weight and all that stuff, anytime I did regimens like that and then like increase the work time and decrease rest, that's when I was like getting the leanest, like cutting the most weight.
So the Carol bike, the most intense ones, 20-second sprint. It's 3-minute warm up, 20-second sprint, 3-minute cool down, 20-second sprint, and then 3-minute cool down again.
Does it increase resistance during the sprints?
AI increases your resistance during the 20-second sprints. So, and it's really hard. Like you're like struggling like that last 5 seconds. Yeah. So the two intermediates are, you can choose between 3 15-second sprints or 2 15-second sprints. Okay. The 3 15-second sprints, it's much long. I think it's like 12 minutes instead of the 8-minute workout.
Okay.
So, and the beginner level is like 10-second sprints. It works pretty well. Like I like it. It's just like my kids sleep in my room right now, so can't do much of anything. I'm like, I got to take this out to the living room, and then my wife's gonna kill me though.
Do you do any like calisthenics or?
So I do spin classes.
Okay.
I like to mix it up, so I don't just do spin classes at Lifetime. Yeah. There are some really fun spin studios all across town. And again, you can do like $10, $15, $20 drop-in fees. And I just think that I like to keep things, mix it up.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a fun way to do it.
You have to.
Which one's one of your favorite bars?
Well, they used to have one here in town called the Madison, and that closed down. That was sad. And then there's one now that's over in Tempe. I can't think of the name of it. It's super fun. Yeah. I bounce around all that type of stuff. Yeah. Especially when I'm out of town.
Isn't there an app you can get that you can just, jump between gyms and like Pilates?
There is. It's called a Class
yoga.
Pass.
Yeah, Class Pass. That's what it is.
Yeah, Class Pass.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you guys do yoga?
I used to. I haven't.
I haven't in a long time. Yeah. It was during COVID. That was like my jam. I was just like, this is how I'll get back into fitness, because I hadn't worked out regularly. And I would just do 20 to 30 minute easy yoga sessions on Peloton. And that's what I just did. Got so much more flexible, went from touching my knees down to touching my toes easily. I was like, I really got to do this. But like nowadays, like if my back starts acting up, being like in a surgeon's posture for a while, I'll do like 1 or 2 sessions a week. And I also have these pivot tools that I lie down on like maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. And it just alleviates all that, because I was having like pretty bad back issues. My wife's a physical therapist, so that's where I got the pivot tools from. Yeah. She also gave me shit because I was doing beginner yoga for like a year and a half. She's like, you don't think you can step up to intermediate? I was like, I don't even want to try.
My main issue with yoga is like my shoulders are garbage, and like it stresses on my shoulders quite a bit. That was my main issue with it, but like I'll do it every once in a while. I'll do like power yoga session. I'll pull up YouTube.
What type of yoga do you do?
I like the really hot yoga.
Yeah.
Radiate. It's probably, I don't know what part of town you guys live, but it's the nicer parts of town. Radiate hot yoga is probably my favorite. It gets up over 100 degrees.
110? Yeah. Like 105, 110.
And the humidity too. You'll start sweating from the time you get in there.
I hear it's an experience. I haven't done it.
You should try it.
I know. We should go with I think our employees would want to do it too.
Yeah. Group bonding event.
They all do like Pilates, but I don't know. I went to like, my wife's like, she's like, I got to work out. So I'm like, all right. And she wanted to go to Pilates, and we went to Club Reform, and I was like, I was not impressed by it. We went to a different one before that, and the coach actually knew what he was doing, but Club Reform I was like, all right. They all had the same regimen. We went 2 days in a row. It was the same exercises, same regimen. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to come to this.
Sponsor, Club Reform will not be sponsoring this show. Yeah.
I know people that love Pilates so much, and I actually had an experience like you. I went, and it just was not a workout for me.
Yeah.
But some people love that.
Yeah.
Right. So it just depends on how intense
Yeah.
you need something. Right. There's a lot of people that love F45.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. I need more than 45 minutes of working out. Right.
Yeah.
So there's something for everybody out there. And I think that's what's so great about so many options is
if it got you here, if F45 got you here, then it's good for you.
It's great to do.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why it doesn't matter what it is. If you show up, it's active, like keep doing it.
I love CrossFit, and I did it 2 years in New York, and I really loved it there. Then when I came here and started practice, it was kind of tough to go, but it was also like, I don't think the coaching was at the same level. Where over there, they watched for your form and your warm-ups and stuff. Over here, and I'm trying to outperform like 20-year-old kids, and it's not made for a surgeon. I was gonna, my wrists were all hurting. I had tendonitis in multiple fingers. I was like, all right, I can't be doing this for long. So that's where I stopped that. But then once I stopped that,
in the long term, do you want to flip truck tires or do you want to do microsurgery? You kind of got to decide.
Yeah, and
you guys can't get injured.
Yeah.
We can.
That's why at the Princess, we got tickets next week. I can't ice skate. I can't risk falling on my hands and then having to take 6 to 8 weeks off with rehab and stuff. I am very risk averse, and that's not my personality at all.
Yeah, I stay away. Resistance bands were my way back into getting to work out because I have the tonal at home too. It's a great machine and all, but I felt like I was getting more fit with using the resistance bands and, just doing it every day, 15, 20 minutes a day.
I think the returns with the resistance bands is it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so much less.
Because the tonal's kind of the tonal's kind of based on the same thing. But, you could get a little more intense exercise, but I got in better
different
shape
angles or something, maybe.
Yeah, but I got in better shape with the resistance bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's supposed to, it has the different settings for, chain setting or where it almost acts like resistance bands. But I think my kids get more use out of it than I do. They like to turn it on and watch the guys swing the golf club or something. I don't know. Yeah, I have way too many gadgets at home, and I was about to put a tonal at the office.
I think you should bring them in here sometime.
Yeah.
You should every show have a couple gadgets that you bring and show what it is that you do.
Yeah.
Are there
any in your car right now?
Then his wife is going to find out.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. She'll definitely not watch the show.
The best thing was the 8 Sleep. When I bought the 8 Sleep, I bought it, and she we share the credit cards. So as soon as anything gets charged, she's like, what did you buy? And so they had no interest. I was like, she won't find out. It's small amounts coming out. And I bought the 8 Sleep.
How much was it?
It's $3,000.
Okay.
So I got it. It's not overly expensive, but she would freak out. And I put it on our bed, and you cover it with a bed sheet, and I left the pod on my side of the bed so she would never see it or know what it is. And then she would sleep on it, and it would heat and cool, and I don't think she knew that I was doing it while she was sleeping. But one night my son had fevers, and I'm like, hey, let's just toss him on the bed. It'll cool him off, and I'm like, I have the cooling. Yeah. I had the cooling mat. And ever since then, she's like, no, I love this thing. And she actually wants to buy one for our kids because they when they sleep in our bed, they love it.
They're really good. Yeah. I made the mistake the first night.
Oh, you bought one too?
Yeah.
Okay.
He bought it first. I told him you got to buy this thing.
Okay.
He bought it first, and then
it was one of the first gadgets I got before him, and it's just reading all this stuff about how you're naturally supposed to be cooled to get deep sleep, and deep sleep is where you're going to get most of your growth hormone release. So I put this thing like freezing cold, like bottom temperature.
55
the first
degrees.
night,
It's like cold
I
plunge.
got it, I just put it freezing. And this whole time Sarah's talking crap to me. Is like, what the hell are you doing? This thing looks like a PC. We're not going to have that in our room. I'm like, don't worry. We're going to set this up and you're going to love it. And I put hers to the coolest too. And she got like no sleep. She was like, this thing's got to go in the trash. And I was like, I know, I can't sleep either.
And then it goes up to like 110, 115. You can set it for your alarm. It wakes you up.
But we adjusted, and when we adjusted, I was just like, oh, maybe I don't need this to be the coolest thing. I was like, oh, I slept through the whole night. I increased my deep sleep. And she felt the same way. But we honestly, like I was saying earlier, we didn't see the difference until we traveled or the thing wasn't working. And we're just like I got no sleep. Like I need this thing.
Yeah, you wake up like once every night, if that, with this compared to like waking up all the time. And when we were talking about sleep, so one of the best peptides for sleep is epithalon. So it works on your pineal gland, and like my wife has been like, I think she should market this on TikTok Shop because she's been getting almost everyone on this stuff. Because she tried it and she started yelling at me for not getting her on peptide sooner. I'm like, I didn't think you'd try anything because she doesn't take pills. She doesn't want to do anything. And like, she was trying to go through another round of IVF. So she started doing BPC and epithalon. And then epithalon, just like, I think it does great at balancing your hormones, regulating your circadian rhythm, and you'll get tons of deep sleep with it. The usual is like either a 10-day cycle or a 30-day cycle, and you do it a couple times a year. Some people microdose it and take it a little longer than that, but it's just short bursts. But you'll notice, like sometimes on it, you'll get like 2 hours or longer of sleep.
Okay, so when do you take that peptide, and then at night?
You could take it so it doesn't matter when you take it. You won't fall asleep. It's just like, I think it's just balancing out your hormones. Some people like to take it at night, so, they're going to sleep with it. I would take it even, like for me, it was easier to just take it in the morning with the rest of the stuff. So I would just inject in the morning because at night, sometimes I'd forget. So I just do it in the morning, and I still found similar effects with sleep with it. So.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So there's a lot of peptides out there.
Yeah.
I know I get fascinated by researching all of them. So for anybody who's wanting to start a peptide to see the benefits, somebody who works out, what would you suggest, let's say over the age of 40, what would you suggest they start?
So there's a lot of companies out there, and like, you don't want to get a black market. You want to go, you want to go to a physician that does functional medicine, that has good reputation in doing it, because there's a lot of people just handing out this stuff with not much knowledge into how they work and what they're good for. I've tried pretty much everything, and I'll try everything that's new that comes out. So some of the biggest ones to start out with are, some of the growth hormone releasing peptides, I think work great. They help with skin, lean muscle mass, also sleep. So CJC ipamorelin or tesamorelin ipamorelin, I think work great at those. BPC, like as we get older, definitely for recovery, like something like the Wolverine stack, which is BPC and thymosin beta-4, and sometimes they add GHK to that, or that's called more GLOW, is the GHK, BPC, and thymosin beta-4. And that'll help with recovery. You'll notice, like, you'll go work out, you won't be sore the next day. And BPC and thymosin beta-4 help with overall recovery. So those are good starting points. And I like GLP-1s. I think most people that, as we age should be on like a GLP-1 to just control our glucose, not to just lose weight. Or you could do metformin to kind of, if your sugars, if you don't need to really lose that much weight, to just control your sugars. And then the list goes on. So rapamycin, I take rapamycin like once a week, which try to get rid of your senescent cells and everything, and provide longevity benefits. I think I covered them. And the GHK copper is usually good for skin and skin health and everything. And I always...
You got all that? Please repeat.
I will be listening to that again. No, I think I do think there's a role for peptides. What do you think about NAD?
NAD, so I take a lot of different forms. So we have it in our supplement. I think we have it nicotinamide riboside in our supplement. And then I do a nasal spray. I think
nasal spray is great.
Yeah, I think it helps with focus.
Really?
Yeah, instead of caffeine, I can go run off the nasal spray.
Yeah. So do you guys sell this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I also do like a sub-Q injection of NAD, whether that does much compared to the rest of the stuff. I think
overdo the nasal spray though. Yeah. I was trying to drank too much, so instead of doing the regular 1 to 2 sprays, I was doing 6 sprays. Did that 2 mornings in a row, and then started losing my sense of taste.
Oh wow!
But the nice part was the only sense it cut off was sweets. So I for 3 months, 4 months, I couldn't taste sugar, and every other taste was intact, which was actually a great side effect, because I would look at a piece of candy that I would like, and I'm like, that thing's going to taste like hay, so I do not want to eat that. So we should start experimenting with that.
Yeah, the best form of it, orally to take, I think the nicotinamide riboside, I feel more energetic effects from that than any of the other, more than the NMN or anything. Is that the
nasal spray we've been using?
No, the nicotinamide riboside's just oral supplement. I'm not saying, yeah.
A
the
pill.
Nasal spray. Yeah. Yeah. So, overall benefits. Yeah. I think it's good. And there's different thoughts on it. Some people are totally against it and say it doesn't get into your cells when you take it orally or nasally or whatever, but you feel the effect. So if something's going on,
if you like it, keep doing it. Isn't that bad for you?
And HRT is huge for me. I think hormone replacement and just make sure your thyroid's in check is 2 huge things.
Optimization.
Yeah.
Do you do any HRT?
You're talking about testosterone?
Yeah.
Yeah, testosterone or estrogen.
I had done it for a couple of years, and I did not like how I would stop it every now and then just on my own, and I would drop 10 pounds. So I did just about 3 months ago start doing a low dose test. I go into my hormone doctor, and they do the injection every 2 weeks. So I just do it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Really low dose. And so far, it's not making me carry that weight. I feel like I have less brain fog.
Okay. Yeah. What differences? Anything else you feel other than brain fog?
I guess my sleep, I'm always working on sleeping a lot. I'm like you, I'm always trying to become the master of sleep and tried a lot of different things. And so I was hoping that would actually help. I don't know that it has, but I'm on such a low dose. I think for me, a lot of it too, the motivation for getting on HRT was, so I'll be 48 soon. In the last 2 years, it is really hard to hold on to muscle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was hoping for the benefits.
But are they giving you, are you taking progesterone or anything else?
I'm not on So when they checked all my labs,
yeah,
I don't need any progesterone or estrogen apparently.
Okay.
You would think I was perimenopause, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So.
And what are they trying to run your testosterone levels at?
So they were, when I was doing them, they kept coming back nothing. I mean, the goal, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, was to get it to somewhere around 100.
Yeah. Yeah. For a female, around 100 is what you want to be. Most females feel the effect at around that.
What would you say the high end would be when you do your labs?
I wouldn't go much over 150 for females.
150 for females.
Because
males,
then
1150.
Then I've had patients come in have had clitoral hypertrophy, and that's
or if you
not
want to
something
sound like me or grow a mustache like mine, I would stick with 150.
That they were at a HRT clinic that was just giving them massive amounts, and and just moving them up. You know, if it's making you feel well, like I think you should stick to that dose. And like for females, going above 150 is, I think, you know, some people might say much higher, but 150 I think is a sweet spot. Like for your max for females.
Yeah, 100 to 150.
What do you feel about pellets versus injection?
He does pellets.
Yeah, I do pellets. For myself, I don't know. I've been doing pellets for 2 years. You know, like I loved them at first, but the thing is, like I think I got to go back to the bigger pellets because I started doing the smaller pellets. As you get leaner, it's like the pellets take up so much space, and I used to have like this baseball in my back for like months, and if I went on a long drive, I'd feel it and it would be painful, and I thought they were starting to come out. So, you know, there's that end of it. If you got plenty of fat, I think they're fine. Like you can deposit them in there.
There's also benefits. Like if you're not going to inject or apply creams get kind of messy. So
the thing I didn't want to do was IM injections all the time. And so I started doing microdosing sub-Q. But then I was like, you know, sub-Q injections, is this going to get infected or something because it's an oil? So I moved on to the pellets. And they work great because they keep you constant at like the dose you need to be at. So that's good. And you don't get the highs as you do with the rest of the stuff. And once you become symptomatic, you get new ones replaced. But I think I did the smaller pellets, but I don't think like my levels get to as high as they were with the larger pellets. So
have you tried pellets?
No, I have not. But I have, I work out with a bunch of guy friends, and some get it in the back, some get it in the glute.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I put it mainly in the love handle for most people. I don't know. For me, I think the butt's probably, I don't know. A lot of people have desk jobs, or like I went on a long drive to California, and I only did it in the glute when it was training. Someone put it. Was it you or did Krista do it? Yeah, they put it in my butt, and like 3 months after the procedure, it was it was painful. Like I'm like driving, I could still feel it. So where you would think some of it had dissolved or like all that should dissipate, was still pretty painful. So
you guys, so you're both plastic surgeons?
Yep.
Yeah.
But you also are involved then with doing peptides and pellets, and is this all in part of your practice?
Yeah, it's pretty much his lead. Like I didn't know anything about it until he like started with it. Okay. And everything we run, like he experimented with all of it himself. Like he did the research, and I was like, oh, okay, this does look good. This does look good. And it was a certain point, I think it's exactly when like our last nurse injector that did most of our med spa stuff, like left doing like Botox and fillers. He's like, oh, instead of trying to rebuild that, we should do wellness weight loss. And honestly, this is at least 6 months before GLPs took off. So we were doing like GLPs because, I mean, if someone comes in and is asking for liposuction and their main thing is like getting weight off and you're not a surgical candidate, they're probably not ideal for Botox or fillers. And they're going to be healthier by getting some weight off or building muscle mass or whatever. Like it's a very good, like
complement.
Adjacent thing you can offer. And not just to patients that aren't surgical candidates, even a lot of people that come to our clinic for cosmetic procedures, they really care about like taking care of themselves. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, you want to optimize this, you want to optimize that, you want to optimize your hormones. Because it's not just about like, okay, you look better. It's like we always said, it's like you only want to look better so you can feel better. But like if there's things that are preventing you from feeling better, like let's say excessive weight, like low testosterone, low hormones, like it doesn't matter what you get done. You're not going to feel that good about yourself.
Yeah. And the thing was, I've always been into health and wellness, and, after my wife's pregnancy, I gained pregnancy weight with her, and I could not get it off. And like, that's when I was like, I got to do something about it. And I kept on researching, heard from some friends about peptides, and, I just researched myself. And then, I found GLP-1s, I found the growth hormone releasing peptides, and, I would just I was fascinated by it. So I started reading into it and started trying some of the stuff, saw great results. I'm like, this shit's fantastic. I got to bring it to clinic, and just, other people should start getting on it and start using it and stuff. I think it's a great addition. And then, it fits in so well with also added to our post-op care. We put it in the Wolverine stacks in all our post-op patients' recoveries, and it's helped improve their recovery. I think their scarring's a lot better with using it, because the BPC is increasing vascularity, the thymosin beta 4 is decreasing the fibrin buildup that's going to cause more scar tissue. And then we use hyperbarics, we use the red light that we have in the office, and we have a 1-person chamber, but we're with the surgery center, we're putting a 4-person chamber in our surgery center, so because it's become such a great thing to provide for the patients.
It optimizes results, not just minimizes wounds and stuff like that. It really it's the best thing out there between red light, hyperbarics, Wolverine stack. It decreases bruising and swelling to a point where if you don't have that much swelling, you don't have that much stretch on the incision line, so your scar's not going to be as wide. Or your final results after liposuction are going to be ideal, because your skin didn't expand out that much, or you get to your final results a lot faster. I think it's made a big difference, because at first I was do we need to do that? Do we need to do that? But overall, it comes together pretty well.
So hyperbaric chamber, red light, and then throwing peptides on, the combination.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
Exactly.
Hyperbaric chamber, I'm a big believer in that.
Yep.
I actually pay a lot of money for that, for my daughter to have sessions.
Come to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll charge less.
Well, because when you have athletes who are overtrained, which a lot of athletes are overtrained now, especially during school season, they are inflamed. You can literally see it in their, even looking like they have extra weight, and it drops the inflammation so fast.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that just come back for hyperbaric. They're they get increased energy. They just feel a lot better. They're I got to do more sessions.
So we have a lay down chamber in our clinic right now, and we're thinking about what we're going to put in the new one. And it's good we went with the bigger, because we were okay, we can fit the 2. And he's we can fit the 4-person. So let's get the 4-person. Because right now it's used up just by our post-op patients. So we want to get more people in there.
And it's in recliner, so you don't have to lay down. Yeah. You can just sit in a recliner, watch TV or whatever.
My daughter takes a nap.
Yeah.
And during her session.
That's what that's what I plan on doing with the brain tap, is people could pretty much go and meditate in there with the brain tap.
Yeah, you have a whole nother business there, because you could have a hyperbaric chamber where you go in, do the brain tap at the same time. Yeah. It's a great concept.
And even we're planning on getting a red light bed that's got hydrogen, PEMF, red light, this red light bed. It's got vibration and acoustics for just that vagal nerve stimulation. So,
sounds like a recovery center.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're just going to hire a yogi to do sound meditation.
Have you done any of the sound healing before?
I have. I love it.
I'm obsessed with it. It's
I go into a trance.
My wife always does it.
I think I'm relaxed. I'll lay down.
With the bowls and stuff?
Yes, with the sound bowls and everything. I think I'm relaxed, and all of a sudden they'll get through 10 minutes, and I literally fall. I can feel my whole body actually really relax and just crumble down.
Yeah, because it gets so loud. And you're just what the hell is going on? This is intense. Then you're holy crap, I'm out of my body. I can't even move my body right now, but like the sound is so loud. The first time we did it, I was pretty tired. So I went in and it was in seating position. I just remember it was like almost like crashed out. So the second time, the person was like, asked my wife, what are you trying to get out of this? And she's like, well, I don't know, just some meditation. And she's like, what are you trying to get out? I was like, I was in a complete trance. That would be awesome to feel that again. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to place my head right next to the bowl because my wife went feet next to the bowl. She didn't want that intensity. It feels so good. Even that time, I would say I wasn't in a complete trance, but I was just like, it just relaxing, unnerving, like not unnerving. That's not the word, but I'm a huge fan of it. So.